so when solving systems, if you watch the video, the other one, the 5-minute long one, it shows you how to write a system from a matrix. So we're going to reverse that to begin with. So this one's going to be, how do I write a system and put it into a matrix? So here's a system right here. This is a 3-variable system. You can have a 3-variable or a 2-variable system. We won't go any higher than that though. So I'm just going to write this out for you, and we'll just do a couple examples. This really isn't that difficult to do and everything. And you already know my allergies been messing up, so that's why it sounds all funky and everything. Alright, so we have our system here. Like I said, real simple, real easy. We're going to take this system and put it into a matrix. I like to label everything as I'm putting it in there. So, if I'm looking here, I'm going to draw my matrix out, and I'm going to label it. Now, if you notice, these are horizontal here. The equations are all horizontal. So, anytime we're working with system, the equation will always be the rows. So we have 3 equations, 3 rows. Now if you notice here, the variables and the answer are in the columns. So we got X, Y, Z, and then I like to put equals here because that is what our answer is. And it's real simple. You just take the coefficients and you just drop them into the matrix. So we got 2, 5, -3, 3, -2, -3, -5, 6, 7, 2, -5, and 2. Now, that's the hardest part, okay? From here, it's real simple. Once you get the matrix, the data or the system inside of the matrix, you have one button on your calculator that you have to use. So you will have to use second x to -1, which is your main matrix app. Okay, this is the matrix app. Second x to -1 is the matrix app. Once you go there, you're going to slide on over to math. You're going to scroll up till you find RREF. So basically we're going to select RREF, and we're going to use AlphaZoom to put this matrix into the calculator. So I'm just going to rewrite it here, and then I'm going to walk you through the calculator steps so you can see it. Now a lot of times though, you'll see a line drawn through here, especially on tests and things. That's just separating your variables from your answer. So I'm going to go here on this calculator. Alright, second x to -1, that's my matrix. I'm going to go to math. I'm going to scroll up until I find RREF. If you notice, right above RREF, there's REF. We do not want to use REF. We want to use the 2 R's. Okay, so we're going to select it. AlphaZoom so we can pull up a matrix. Now if you look here, we had 3 equations, so that's going to be 3 rows. And obviously the way yours may work may be a little different than this. And we have 4 columns because we got 3 variables and an answer. So got that in. Now I'm just going to put the values in. So we got 2. If you will hit the right arrow every time, it will automatically shift where you want it. Okay, so 2, 3, -5, 2, 5, -2, 6, -5, -3, -3, 7, and 2. And I'm going to hit enter. Now if you notice here, this is very important because if you look to the left here, we talked about this yesterday, how a 2 by 2 matrix is 1, 0, 0, 1. That's the identity. Well, this is a 3 by 3 identity matrix to the left. So when you put this in, you wind up with 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. That is the 3 by 3 matrix, identity matrix. Okay. Now you see these nasty decimals over here. We don't want to leave these as decimals. We want to use math, enter to convert those to fractions. And these fractions right here are the ones we want to use for our answer. So I'm just going to rewrite this matrix. so that we can see it on the piece of paper. Alright, now, this is not the answer. I just want to make that clear. This is not the answer. Okay? The answer must be written in one or two different ways. The first way you can write it is as an ordered pair, or in this case, an ordered triple. Okay, it's ordered triple because there are 3 variables. And then that other way we can write it is you can literally say x equals, and write what it equals, y equals, and then put what it equals, and z equals. So there are your 2 options whenever writing this answer. So that there's a basic solving system. So that works for any 2 variable or 3 variable. Okay, 2 variables the same way. The only difference with 2 variable is that you're not going to have 3 equations. You're only going to have 2, and you're not going to have 4 columns. You're only going to have 3 because you won't have a z column. All right. Now, real question is, what if we get an answer that looks like this? Okay, now this is just one option. Okay, so if you notice here, just say we did the RREF, and this is our answer matrix that we got. So this first one here says, because this is x, y, z equals, it says we have 1x, so x equals 6. The second one says y, then plus z, because there's 1 for each of them, equals 2. And then down here we have no x, no y, no z, so that's 0, equals 1. Well, you can have x equals 6, right? Because that's just telling us a number. You could have y plus z equals 2, because we just got to figure out what y and z are. But can 0 ever equal 1? And the answer to that is no. So this is false, or you can say it's untrue. If you ever have a false or untrue row, the answer will always be no solution. Okay? So if you ever have a false row, then the answer will always be no solution. Okay? Always. There's no change in that. Okay? Now, obviously, there's 3 types of answers we can have. You can have a actual answer of the system here, like an ordered triple, ordered pair. You can have no solution, or the third option is you could have an infinite solution. I'm going to show you what that could look like. Okay, so very similar to that last one here. You got x is equal to 6, you got x plus z equals 2, but down here now you have 0 equals 0. Now I want to make myself clear, it does not have to be this row that 0 is 0, 0, zeros. It could be this row, it could have been this row. You just see a row of zeros. Okay, now this 0 equals 0 is a true statement. Okay, that's a true statement. So if you have a true statement, then the answer will always be infinite solution. Or you can say infinitely many solutions. Either one of those works. Okay, that's the basics to RREF. Look, if you have questions, you can send me a message through Remind. I will respond if I'm able to. If I'm not, I'll respond as soon as I can. I hope you did well on the quiz, and I will see y'all on Wednesday.